We may, much sooner than many people believe, get to the stage where it is negligent not to use AI. It's already clear in certain areas, AI can outperform a human. So in those areas, if you don't use AI to supplement, accelerate, and improve your output, for example, as a doctor or even as a lawyer, it's going to get increasingly hard to argue that you have exercised due skill and care. And in all probability, it could be deemed negligent by a court and possibly by a regulator to not have used AI in certain areas. Obviously, that means some people will have to get used to using AI and using it effectively, whether they like it or not. If you have staff who should be using it but don't, despite your best efforts to train them and convince them to do so, it will ultimately be a risk for you to keep on employing them. There's also inevitably going to be a perpetual back and forth between the push for more regulation and the resistance to that. It's always a game of catch-up, and people often don't quite know where the law sits, partly because it typically lags some way behind tech and market developments. Now, this may mean that we see some interesting litigation about AI, quite possibly in unexpected areas. To use an analogy, I don't think most people a few years ago would have envisaged quite how complex and wide-ranging litigation about data protection would become. It initially felt quite an anodyne, albeit complicated, set of rules. Yet over the years, people pushed the boundaries of the data protection regime that led to an unanticipated litigation and a fluctuation of the legal position. AI offers even more scope for disputes, and thus a complex landscape of litigation to develop.